आज आपको इंट्रोड्यूस कराना चाहती हूँ टू अ गेस्ट who's joining us on a video call from London, UK और उनका नाम है विल हैटन और ये विल हैटन ट्रैवल एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं, एडवेंचरर हैं एंड ही इज़ लीडिंग ऑफ ग्रिड motorcycle tours in Pakistan. ये हमारे गेस्ट जो थे, he fell in love with Pakistan in 2015 और उसके बाद he never looked back. And let me introduce him and ask him more about how इनका इतना interest develop हुआ पाकिस्तान के अंदर. Welcome to the show, Will.
Thank you so much for having me. My pleasure.
Absolutely, it's you know it's so fascinating to actually read. I was reading about your history a little, and I was wondering how you managed to come here in 2015 and 16, considering I'm sure so many people told you against it. Tell us about your journey.
Yeah, I mean, so in 2015, I was trying to do this huge overlanding journey, traveling from London to Papua New Guinea without flying. So I hitchhiked all across Europe, up through Turkey, Georgia, into Iran, Iran was also amazing.
Wow.
And then into Pakistan. And honestly, I knew very little about Pakistan. I knew almost nothing. But I quite quickly was introduced to some really wonderful people at the Karakoram Club, which is like a motorbike club in Pakistan. And they showed me around and really took care of me. And I just absolutely fell in love with the country, fell in love with the mountains, with the people, with like the motorcycle culture. And I think I had to keep coming back and I had to bring people here to experience Pakistan because it's really like one of the most unique countries in the world.
Oh, if I feel so special hearing that. And what's amazing is that, it didn't scare you. And the fact that you truly are an adventurer, in spirit and in soul to actually take a chance back in the day, because I think it's become more common now, right? And you came to the right place, the Karakoram Highway. It's great. So tell me a little about your bikes, about the 150cc bikes. Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, so they're just little Suzuki GS's 150. I mean, probably most Pakistanis are familiar with these bikes, and personally, I love them because they're easy to fix, they're easy to pick up if you drop. I've done previously motorbike journeys involving like much bigger bikes, but if you drop it, it'd be very, very difficult to get it up. So that's why in Pakistan, given that we're going to places like Shimshal and Chaperson, it makes sense to have something that's just like very light, very reliable. And as you know as well, like some of these Pakistani mechanics, they're just geniuses.
They really
can fix
are.
Stuff super fast.
Yes,
but if you bring a big bike in, it's harder for them because they don't have the pieces,
Oh, you're going to see, Will, you're going to see a couple of Harleys and a couple of other bikes as well. Like there are many tours that happen now. And believe me, I won't be surprised if these mechanics can even fix those. So yes, I definitely agree with that. Absolutely, absolutely. So, what I love is the fact that have you done this in any other country other than Pakistan, these bike tours?
No, so I've traveled a lot. I've been to about 100 countries. My travel business, we run two types of tours.
Okay.
We do swimming with humpback whales, which is in like Tonga and Mexico, and then we do like mountains and motorbikes. And the main country for that is Pakistan. We were also doing some stuff in Iran, but obviously we've had to pause that at the moment.
But Iran is a beautiful place as well, So okay, let's go back. Let's go back to 2015. Let's do a little bit of time travel. When you came here in 2015 and 2016, what was your first impression of Pakistan? I mean, we have one of the most beautiful mountain ranges. That's given. But other than that, the people, how is it? How is the hospitality?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit that when I entered Pakistan, I didn't even know it had mountains.
No way!
So I had no idea. I really didn't know very much about the country.
Wow.
It was on my route, and I knew I wanted to spend like 2 months there. I knew I wanted to couch surf, to meet local people, play some music, that kind of thing.
Wow.
But I actually had no idea that it had all these mountains. And then I was hanging out in Lahore, and my Pakistani couch surfing host, he was just showing me photos, and I was like, hang on, wait, this is in Pakistan? And he was like, yeah, it's up north. So I took a NATCO bus up north, and it took forever. It was a journey for sure. And then when the first time I went to the ferry meadows was in February, and there was nobody there. The police at Rycott Bridge very, very kindly escorted me up there, but it was just me and the police and my one friend and about 2 foot of snow. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
So what an
Since
experience.
then,
It sounds like it sounds like an experience for sure, being escorted by so many people. So I mean, I'm sure you weren't worried about security so much, right? Were you?
Honestly,
You didn't even know what you were walking into.
I had no idea what I was walking into. I mean, obviously, I'd seen like negative news coverage of Pakistan, but Pakistan is probably one of the safest countries I've been to. You know, I've traveled a lot in Latin America, I've traveled a lot in the USA, and both of those countries, both of those areas feel more dangerous than Pakistan for sure.
Ooh, absolutely. All right. So, you know, if I were to ask you, how did you, you know, when you went back home, let's fast forward from 2015, and then you go back home, and then you convince a group of foreign people to come back with you to Pakistan. So how did that work for you then?
Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't go back home. So I'd met a girl in Iran, and we got married, and I converted to Islam. And we were together,
congratulations!
and I was in the process. Yeah, thank you. I was in the process of trying to build like a proper income for us.
Yeah.
And I had just been posting everything that I'd been doing on Snapchat
Yeah.
all over Pakistan, and people loved it. I think that I was the third person, the first foreign person to be in Pakistan making like short form videos. And at the time, it was so difficult to even upload a video because connection up in Hunza was really terrible.
Yeah, it still is.
But the stuff I was putting up, it's so much better now, honestly. It's
Really?
so much
I'm
better.
sure. All right.
But the stuff I was putting up, people had just never seen it before. They're like, wow, food, the mountains, the hospitality, everything looks so amazing. How can I come? And I was like, well, you can come with me. And I started leading these tours, basically.
Oh, wow. That really is, you know, very interesting. The entire story is so simple, yet so believably fascinating. I'm absolutely fascinated by it. And the fact that you found a life partner on your journey, how incredible and amazing is that? What a great story. I love that. So, you know, when you bring people to Pakistan, what were one of their first impressions of Pakistan too? Were they surprised?
You know, normally it's kind of a boring answer.
Yeah.
But normally it's this safety element. So I recently leading in Pakistan over May and June, and obviously with everything that was going on with Iran and various regional airports being attacked, a lot of people were worried about safety.
Yeah.
But then once my guests actually arrived, and you know, we're looking on Islamabad, we're hanging out in Karamabad, people were just so incredibly excited and grateful by the interactions they were having, because you know, in Pakistan, people are curious, people are welcoming, people are hospitable, and 98% of the time it's genuine. It's not because they're trying to sell you something or because they're trying to get something off you. Whereas in some other countries, when people come up to you to interact with you, it's because they're trying to sell you something. So I think normally my guests are just blown away by the warmth and the like genuine hospitality of the people.
I love I love the fact that, you know, you've met some incredible people in Pakistan, and I think one of our best and most hospitable people are probably in that part of the province, and a little lower than that, and then I think we get meaner as we go down further. But however,
well, it gets more crowded as you go further down. You know?
Absolutely, because it gets more, you know, it's more cosmopolitan, and you know, anyway. So coming back to how realistic is it, and what kind of budgets are we looking at? So if somebody wants to book a tour with you, if someone's watching this right now, what is the best way to go about it? And do tell us about your website as well.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to go about it is just to reach out to me on Instagram or WhatsApp, and I'll post my links so you have them. What we're doing is quite unique. So there's a lot of foreigners and a lot of local tour groups that are leading trips to Pakistan, but they tend to, it's the same itinerary. And they tend to just do the highlights of Pakistan, right? Everybody goes to Fairy Meadows. Of course, Fairy Meadows is amazing. Everybody camps at Rakaposhi Base Camp. Of course, I get it. But we're trying to do something a bit more unique because one, I want to like spread the tourist dollars around to get it into hands of local people in places like Japerson, Shimsal, places where there's just less visitors.
Amazing.
And two, we're really trying to have those like authentic, raw, outside experiences where people can really connect with the mountains. And I mean, if
Oh,
you look at
lovely.
like Husseini Suspension Bridge, for example,
Yeah.
it's great, it's fun, it's amazing, but it's really busy.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be kind of two people there. So we prefer to go a bit further.
I love
So
that.
our trips are longer.
Yeah,
like
Will.
17, 18 days, you know?
You were telling us about this really amazing, sort of tailored trips that you're doing, not in very
Yeah.
commercial spots, but in spaces which are a little further away, but that is where you see the raw, rich culture and the way people live. And it's amazing because in North Pakistan, and I go every 6 months, by the way, people invite you into their homes and you eat food with them, and they're generally so loving. And have you ever had any fun experiences with food while traveling? And what do you enjoy in Pakistani meals? Tell us.
Honestly, I love Pakistani food,
Yeah.
but the very second time I came to Pakistan, I got really bad food poisoning, and then I
Ooh.
spent actually a month living with this family in Gulkin, and they were like looking
Wow.
after me, and it ended up being one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Wow.
But like my favorite food, honestly, is anything with mutton because I just love mutton, and
Yeah.
you don't really get mutton in Europe. So whenever
Oh.
I'm in Pakistan, I'm just trying to eat as much.
Oh man, you're in the right place for mutton. I swear, all of us Pakistanis are such big mutton lovers, and we have some great Pakistani mutton. Having lived away from Pakistan, I know exactly what you mean when you say that. All right, so Will, tell us a little about how I can book a trip with you,
Yeah,
a tour
sure.
with
So
you, and how much it would
you
cost.
would go. Yeah, for sure. So the trip is just under 3,000 US. The reason it is a bit pricier than some of the other offerings out there is one, it's longer, and two, we travel with a mechanic, we travel with our support vehicles.
Oh.
So it's a biking and hiking coming together. That's what the itinerary is. So we do 2 3-day hikes. And then we've got motorbikes, but you don't have to ride. You can choose to be on the motorbike, or you can be in one of the support vehicles. And we can also load the motorbikes onto the support vehicles. So really, what we're trying to do here is to create an itinerary that is incredibly flexible to however the guests are feeling, to their level of motorcycle experience, to their level of hiking experience, where we're not rushing so fast. We're having time to soak into the homestays, to meet people, to do the hikes. So that's really what we're trying to build.
How amazing. And I love that. I love that because, I think there are a lot of places where after a certain point, it would really not make sense to have a bike or a vehicle. So you'd probably just have to be on foot. And the place is so beautiful. Why not be on foot and enjoy it? I love that. All right. So less than $3,000, you say, right?
Yeah, it's 2,900.
Yeah.
But we also do a discount if people want to share a bike because we
Yeah.
have some couples
Ooh.
who come on a trip, and yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this itinerary. Honestly, like it's been one of the funnest things that I've designed
Yeah.
over like the last 10 years, and there's been a lot of trial and error. We've tried different bikes, we've tried different destinations, we've
Yeah.
tried camping here and homestays there, and I'm really proud of what we've finished with.
Yeah, no, and I'm really proud of the fact that we have someone who actually appreciates the beauty, acknowledges it enough to actually, do something with it. I really wish a lot of local people would do this too. And although we do have a lot of people who do this, but not perhaps the way you are, which is amazing, right? So tell me a little about, when couples come, or let's say I'm just a solo female
Yeah.
traveler. Tell me that
Yeah.
way. Is that a good
Yeah, well,
idea?
look, obviously, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that Pakistan is actually a really good country for solo female travelers. I think though that it helps if you have some experience in
Yes.
traveling, because coming to Pakistan is a culture shock. If you've never been outside of Europe, it's just a different experience. It's a different way of being. Come up to you all the time, which personally I really like. But I feel like as a solo female traveler, I might find that tiring after a while. So obviously, your audience knows all about Alex Reynolds. She's super famous. She came to Pakistan, I think, the same year that I did. She leads her own like women-only tours, and I feel like if you want to be just in a female-only group, probably she's the person to go with.
Oh,
right?
no,
Whereas
no,
we do
I mean-
mixed groups. Which
Yeah.
people
No,
like,
I was
you
just
know?
wondering, Will, I was just wondering that, you have couples and you have solo travelers
Yeah,
as
we
well,
have
right?
couples, we
and
have
then
singles, we
you
have
have,
groups
yeah.
of
How
four.
lovely. How lovely. And we have all age groups that we're looking at over here?
Yeah, no, we've had guests up in their 70s before. I've had a 19-year-old on our
Wow.
most recent trip who actually hadn't traveled very much at all. And they
Oh,
were like, I've seen pictures of Pakistan. I have to come. I want to check it out. So it was
wow.
awesome.
This is amazing. I feel so great just hearing that. So, Will, tell me something. There's a lot of, video work that you do as well, and a lot of photography that you have to do as well. And honestly, being a hiker myself, I mean, I just recently summited Mount Fuji as well. I mean, given
Oh,
that,
awesome.
yeah, I carried my DSLR all the way to the top, and believe me, every step I'd take, I'd be like, why did I do this to myself? Why would I do
Yeah.
this to myself? Do you feel that way? Do you feel like you just want to sit and enjoy nature, or would you rather just take pictures and make content?
Yeah, obviously it's like a bit different for
Yeah.
me because when I first came to Pakistan, my first like few trips, I was
Yeah.
just like purely enjoying it and making content for fun.
Yeah.
Now I've got my backpack, I've got like 10 liters of water in case anyone's thirsty. I've got like emergency blankets, I've got
Nice.
everything. So I'm normally carrying like a lot already.
Yeah.
So I don't take my DSLR anymore. To be
Oh.
honest, normally the guests get a lot of great content. But
Yes.
what has been a complete game changer for me from a content point of view is I recently got a pair of the Meta glasses with the
Yeah.
camera in them. And
Oh,
riding my motorbike, I was able to get some really good stuff.
no way.
with
I
these
gotta see
glasses.
that.
Yeah, it's honestly, I think this is the future for getting
Absolutely.
content.
I really hope you post that on your Instagram so all of us get to see it. We got to see that view for sure.